what I want to know about, what has surprised you? And I know you're a recent retiree at this point, but what has surprised you in the sense of, I didn't know if I was going to miss routine. And I know you've thought about it and you have your routine, but I will often hear people who have thought about it meticulously, like you have, which I love, who are saying, it really is one of these things that until you retire, you can't know. But it turns out what's been difficult is not having a paycheck come in. It's the first time I haven't had that hit every month. Other people have shared, you know what? The truth is, I'm home and I find that not only do I have so many hobbies and things I want to do, I want to cook or walk or run, but it's actually just why didn't I do this earlier? Because I'm in such a great spot. So, what has surprised you about retiring so far?
Well, a couple things. One, I didn't have the most stressful job in the world. A lot of the stress that I did have was because I had fallen out of love with some of the aspects of my job,
Okay.
which then just makes it a bit more challenging.
Mhm.
That being said, I had no idea how much stress I was under.
Hmm.
Even when I was thinking, and I make a decision and I slow roll it because I want to try to figure out everything before I actually jump. And so as I would try to imagine not having the stress from work, I'm on a day off, this is what I'm going to be doing, but you still can't completely divorce yourself from that stress because it's always there. The I don't remember what day of the week it was. I think it was actually a Friday. No, it was a Monday. So my last day on the job was a Monday. The next day, it felt like a ton of bricks were off my shoulders in a way that I never could have anticipated before. And, to reiterate, I didn't have a super stressful job, but not having any of that there anymore instantly made me feel like a completely different person.
Wow.
Um, so that's kind of one thing I would say to folks is when they're thinking about what I'm going to do, remember you really can't anticipate not having whatever pressure from work. You can only do so much unless you're real good at meditation or something. You can only do so much to block that out because it's always there to pull you right back. And one of the things I think folks have to, and even myself, I was having a conversation with a friend. I could deal with things being thrown at me from left field because it would happen all the time with just crazy stuff. And I could kind of handle that pretty well. Now things are pretty regular. And I said to him, and this is somebody who's also recently retired, he's been about a year in at this point.
Mhm.
I said, the one thing I'm concerned about is what's my ability? Am I going to end up being one of these people who's like yelling at kids on the porch, get off my grass?
Yeah.